The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back to throw here. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And some room to work. Bell sheds him off. They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is taken at his 4. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 27. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 58 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounced it with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, it's Bell. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive, not much sense. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And his throw is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. 3rd down here.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Now Rudolph. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now.
Hurry up, here we go.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Green, 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup. They're going to look to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Now back to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Lucky 56.
Now Rudolph on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now it's Rudolph. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Mason Rudolph in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Rudolph now to throw. A screen to Bell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The give is to Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
We always talk about big. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now Marshall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Rudolph. He's going to loft one deep left side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Bonnie Calhoun. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. A false start backs them up 5. First and 15.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Green 39.
They'll drop the throw. Got a man, it's Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll look to throw here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second...
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantages. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. This one taken from the 7. And down it goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brian Body Calhoun. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29. 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved at him like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll set up to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Set. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, it's Amendola. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. But he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. After the loss to... Rudolph going to look to throw it. This is Bell on the dump off. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Good. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all...